And welcome again to some more Wargame Airland Battle on the highway to Oslo map. And as you can see, yeah, we've got a nice big highway there, as well as a bunch of forests, buildings, mountains, water. Pretty much all the terrain elements you'd expect. But in any case, yeah, we'll be playing as Pact again, Lightman, Hatch, Thunder, Slightman being myself, and Hatch, Thunder being Hatch. Thunder? From Steam, but anyway, playing against NATO, Second Lieutenant, Deep Sea, and Bubba Beans. So, beans indeed. Musical fruits. So, we'll be having, what else to hear? So yeah, we'll be having battle lines being drawn up and all that, so it should be up for one hell of a good game, hopefully. Since I'm not going to be going with that spammy deck that I did last time, so we'll just fast forward a bit actually. And yeah, pretty standard stuff, mostly going to be infantry, couple of helicopters being deployed with infantry. Actually no, they're all being deployed with infantry for Deep Sea. I wonder if he's got an air assault deck. And Bubba Beans, yep, he's got some air deployed infantry and some regular APC deployed infantry, as well as a couple of recon infantry in non-recon helicopters. It'd be funny actually if they came in recon helicopters, but no, this one's just got piss poor optics. In any case, yeah, they're going to go all the way to here, something that I didn't take into account when starting this match. I didn't realise that reinforcement zones were just like that, so what can you do? These guys, yeah, going to be setting down like that, and you've got an early airplane coming in as well, probably to spot aircraft, I'm not really sure. We'll see what happens. In case these aircraft are being diverted, and there we go, trying to do a bit of damage there. This recon vehicle somehow recon helicopter managing to stay alive, and shit, this Mi-24V managing to stay alive just barely. Huh. Interesting. It's just me, or does this replay seem to be playing a bit faster? Actually, it's probably because of all the bloody helicopters and all that. I'm used to what he's saying. Hatch Finder sending in a couple of KA-29 TBs, but yeah, it's a little bit too close for comfort actually. This Eagle's still managing to operate like that. And finally, we do have Su-27S coming in for me. About damn time, and I do manage to secure Foxtrot at the very least. Thank God for that. I'm sending this helicopter back for repairs, but yeah, as you can see, Deep Sea managing to get some early infantry here of some description, and yep, be encountering them very soon, I'm sure. So looking relatively even at the moment, but yeah, opponents managing to get the drop on us right there. The so-called though, it's is it? I think it did spot those infantry, because I think I did see the little aiming reticule, but I don't know if Hatch Funder's realised it yet, or if I've noticed. But okay, so there we go. The battle is well and truly underway. Delta being secured by Hatch Funder. As for myself, I'll be trying to get to the echo point, hopefully, and even leaving my ZU-23s pretty damn close to the action. Actually, I don't know what the hell's thinking leaving on that close. These are just you know, AA trucks basically. They'll die to anything. And they didn't even do much against the Humvees, which are basically unarmoured, which is kind of funny. But in any case, there we go. We do realise the scale of the threat against us, and the Foxtrot point, and there we go. We'll be sending in some T-55As to put damage against those light riflemen, but they do come with those interesting Dragon ATGMs, so 1575 range, and there we go. We've got AA vehicles coming in for myself as well, just to try and take out these helicopters. There we go, hopefully should be able to take them out. Light riflemen panicked, and they kind of wish there was a way to estimate ranges, because I think Dragon range, I think if they keep going close enough, yeah, they should be able to target me with the damn Dragons. But there we go. Su-27S coming in for myself to take out the recon helicopters. Thankfully I didn't drop the recon infantry, that would have been a bit more of a pain in the ass. There we go, actually managing to take them both out of a single sweep, not too shabby, and yeah, there's light riflemen going to be a pain in the ass, they're Dragons though. So T-55As continuing to take damage. Oh my god, they're all panicked and shaken. The humanity. And I'm just going to send them forward. Oh my god, I should have reversed them. I probably, I don't know, I probably didn't realise what their morale status was. But in any case, there we go. We're sending in a recon helicopter just to try to find out what's happening. And of course, this Pathfinder's managing to freaking survive, which is just standard. Okay, so there we go. This time I'm spotting for my T-55As, and they are actually, they're staying a bit, they're staying alive longer than I thought they would actually. So there we go, managing to tank damage, countless ATGMs actually, kind of amazing. And there we go, we do actually have BMP-1Ds with nice little frag grenade launchers, so we should be able to do a good job in blasting the crap out of these remaining riflemen, which are Well, these ones have run out of dragons. These ones still got a few dragons left, but the 255A is actually faring pretty well. So light riflemen, their ATGM's not really been that great. We'll just look at their stats. 7A. Ah, okay, that explains it. Yes. The rank isn't too bad, I'll admit, but there we go. The helicopter. Oh, that's just A124V coming in for me to check them out. What the hell? He just shot the rockets. I didn't see any explosions. In any case, these guys get taken out pretty quickly. Something else also getting taken out that I didn't really notice. And Deep Sea saying pull back indeed. Is he going to pull back in time? I don't know. Just don't you know. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't realise I deployed 264As. Huh. Interesting. Must have just been as a general cannon tank. In any case, I am, starting to pull forward. Oh my god, the Nighthawk's going to be a pain in the fucking ass, as you can see. And bam. Yep. Ouch. Still, Bubba Bean's keeping his command vehicle there. Although, as you can see, I don't have any AA around. They're finally sending in a infrared AA, but I really could have done with a couple more AAAs and also a radar-based SAM as well. But in any case, there we go. This vehicle is going to be retreating, and is he actually going to make it out of there? I think he is. By the skin of his teeth. And here comes another fucking Nighthawk, of course, this time against my Mortostelskis. Oh, no, actually, no, he up against that transport vehicle, which I think starts infantry in there. These guys still managing to survive, shaken but not stirred, and that's interesting. I didn't notice that we had some commandos being sent in by Hatch Thunder. So Commander Alpha Claras, so 27 kilometers an hour speed. Only 5 per squad though. Well, I suppose if they can actually get ground to a bit of damage, that would be pretty good. I didn't actually realise he was doing that. In any case, Hatch Thunder saying attack, of course. But yeah, the command vehicle getting out of there. Leopard 2 is also coming in to be a pain in the ass as well, and I'm not really sure if we'll be finding these Pathfinders at some point. I mean, they shouldn't be able to see us at the very least, nope, because of all the forest that I have to look through, I suppose. Yeah, we won't be seeing them either, it seems, so I guess those I guess the Pathfinders will be pretty much just staying there. I suppose I can see things like helicopters and all that, because they'll be above the trees and all that, but still. And Leopard 2s are going to be quite a match for my T-64As though, but I do actually have some ATGM equipped infantry at the very least, so as long as I can get some proper recon, which I do have, thankfully, then yeah, I can just do a bit of damage against them. But yeah, I really needed some bloody AA there, so I actually do realise that towards the end of the game, but it was a bit late by that stage though. But in any case, teams are pretty damn even to say the least. It is going to work out to be one hell of a match, I'm sure, and yeah, the battle lines have certainly been drawn. Delta has not been secured yet, but once that's secured by Hatch Thunder, we should be able to get a bit more of an income advantage, and especially once Echo is secured as well. I should be sending in a command vehicle at some point, we'll see how that goes. In any case, the Concourses are finally managing to make their way into the building. Could have gone just for 4 of them actually, now that I think of it. Oh well, in any case, actually getting critical hits like weapons, gems, stabilization, malfunction. And bam, there goes one of them. This guy's a little bit worried, and really I would be worried as well if, you would just be ordered to hold position and the tank, tank that was with you just got taken out. But in any case, Nighthawk's still being a pain in the ass. Interesting how they're targeting stuff like empty transports and all that. Or maybe he didn't think it was empty, I don't know. And yeah, unfortunately, yeah, this SU-27S not really doing too much good. They actually, I can see that, yeah, they can. Pathfinders, I probably can see all this other stuff anyway. Ah, okay, yes, of course I am. Wait a minute, what? I was trying to, fuck it. In any case, yeah, I was trying to go after the helicopters there. We actually have MI-24V coming in here. This is a very dangerous thing to do, because if he gets caught out by infantry, it could get destroyed. I mean, you do get a little bit more leeway because... Actually, good job by Hatch Thunder. You do get a bit more leeway because of the armor and health of packed helicopters, but still, sending it like that, not the greatest of ideas, and he's just going to get spotted coming over there anyway, so... Oh well. It does have a couple of lad red eyes actually as well, just in case of helicopters and all that come in, which might just happen. I'm surprised he's positioned them there. Usually he wants to position your AA infantry in one of the rearmost buildings, because they don't really need like a direct line of sight through the buildings to attack aircraft, because they're flying so high and all that. But yeah, well, there you go. The Spetsnaz is unfortunately getting taken out, presumably by the Hueys, so it's too bad that the command vehicle wasn't here and the Hueys were over there. Yeah, well, Sometimes it just does come down to a bit of luck, I suppose, but oh well, what can you do? Ah, interesting how China even deploying some SU-122s, and oops, speaking of which, here we go, we do have my Mi-24V actually intercepting the Humvees, which are just empty Humvees anyway. Rather than just deciding to stay a bit there, and we've got the Coco being used against them. Oh god, oh, and even another Mi-24V being sent in, so interesting, having such expensive helicopters so close to each other. Yeah, well. And yep, here comes the inevitable response. F-15A Eagle, will I actually be responding? We don't have any AA in this area now that I think of it. Oh, there we go, actually, oh no, that's ATGM, whoops. So, this one managing to survive barely. Will I be able to get AA in time? No, maybe. Oh yep, we do have probably one of my MiGs coming in all the way from there, of course, to try to take the bastard out. So, yep, there goes one of my Mi-24Vs, though. Kind of sucks. So, Deep Sea, is he going to be greedy and try to go for a second one? Nope, he's not. So, managing to order the evac just as my Su-27S comes in. So, yeah, good job by Deep Sea, actually. Very good job indeed. As you can see, though, we do have way more points than our opponents, but it can still go either way, though, especially if they can do a good job counteracting us here, and those Nighthawks are such a pain in the freaking ass, my god. Thankfully they're not going after incredibly high value targets, but really, they're just basically shooting with impunity, which is bloody annoying. Oh well, actually that's a rather interesting helicopter, the So-Called, because it has AA missiles on it. Actually I think there's a fancier version of it that's, and that was probably the other helicopter. Got taken out there. Yeah, it's got AA missiles on it, and you can get a fancy version which has got both ATGMs and AA missiles on it, which is pretty snazzy. Oh, there we go, even have T-55A shooting at the... Really? The Leopard 2A4? Too bad the Conquerors are out of ammo. Thankfully I do have my own supply vehicles finally coming up, although I think I'll be a bit slapped actually, which kind of sucks. More to Stelskis, I suppose if the Leopard 2A4 gets close enough to them, should be able to take them out, but yeah, don't do too much good. But yeah, these cargo vehicles, I could swear that they were actually close enough to resupply the Conquerors, but if you actually hover the mouse over them, you see two little circles there representing where they actually are, so they must be just barely out of the radius of resupply. So it's not like you're resupplying the sector itself, you're resupplying the infantry who automatically relocate to different buildings within that sector, which is just freaking dandy. Another attack by Hatch Thunder. Yes, I hopefully will be doing that at some point. Actually, he's sending in his own stuff, a couple of things coming in. Strata 10M coming in, though we really could have done with thingamajiggies with radar SAMs, but oh well. What can you do? At least we do have yeah, the line's being held pretty nicely on Delta, and Echo has been held by me as well, actually, so BRDM2 managing to do a good job there. Is it actually... Okay, it hasn't been spotted, so good. Although it is a bit out in the open though, so it kind of sucks. Something getting taken out there, I'm not really sure what the hell that was, but there we go, finally. My MTLB is coming in a bit closer, and still not resupplying these bastards, god damn it. Bloody annoying. There we go, finally Hatch Thunder comes in with his own Urals to resupply me. Yeah, thanks Hatch Thunder for that. Rather bizarre though, should be... Yeah, these are MTLBs, they should be freaking resupplying. I mean, well, whatever. In any case, the Conquerors is finally getting some missiles though. A little bit too late, they getting shaken by the Leopard 2A4, and yeah, now they go. Of course, they managed to make their way behind the damn trees, which is freaking dandy. At very least, what's the... Oh, okay then. That's interesting. I'm not really sure if that was intentional for him to drop his bombs there, or whether he just horribly overshot the Leopard 2A4. I don't know what these Conquerors are shooting at for that matter. Oh, okay, they're shooting at the transports, of course, but interesting. But at least, thankfully, we do have my own ATGM helicopter, not just regular gunships, really. Fancy Kokon missiles, slowly but surely trying to take out the Leopard 2A4s, but as you can see, they're only slightly worried. My T-64A, oh no, it's actually just coming in to try to do a bit of damage. Don't know how much we'll be able to do there. Rather probably also be intercepted by my T-55As. They'll probably get destroyed in the process, but at the very least they, well, should alert us to the fact that they're there actually. Actually, not bad though, hiding these Pathfinders there for the entirety of the game as well, so they basically see helicopters and all that. Not bad indeed, and hopefully, do we have any AA? For God's sake, I swear. Oh, there we go, yep, I do have a couple of AA guys here actually. And this guy actually getting panicked, and he's actually is getting an evac order there, and he's evacuating away. So he's going to survive, but I suppose he's yep, he's going to survive. My God, talk about freaking lucky. But we do have a Hornet coming in, so will my SU-27S do a good job against him? Yep, he sure will. So bam, nice job, SU-27S, and he'll actually be able to evac. God forbid should one of my stuff actually be able to survive. Indeed, and this guy actually running out of missiles, but stunning the crap out of Leopard 2A4s at the very least. There's pretty damn hefty tanks there, and I have to watch out for the flak passenger pods. Unfortunately, my helicopter, because it's run out of everything, it's going to be reverting to using its... oh my God, it's reverting to using its... what do you call it? The autocannon actually, it doesn't really have an armor piercing value, but anyway. Yeah, it's reverting to using that, and oh my God, these freedom fighters still continuing to use them against helicopters. Eagles tried to take some shots against I probably could have gotten a few more Eagles actually. Just hold them up in that building, but or maybe spread them out to that building as well, but nope, unfortunately not going to be the case. Concorders and reservoirs and all that anyway, in case they do try to rush us or something like that. It's actually routing and getting the hell out of there, so... yeah, it kind of sucks, but what can you do? 24 is actually coming out straight up to my guys, and look at these MTLBs still haven't... I mean, what are they doing? Do I really have to get them that close, as close as these Euros are, to actually get these Concorders resupplied? It's just insane, really. It's just... God, and of course, yep, they detected my BRDM2Us, and there we go, going up at a nice little fireball there. Not too shabby. Although, as you can see, we actually... oh, there we go, I did finally bring in a book, eventually. I should have brought it in a hell of a lot earlier, but so well. And I suppose our caller does have its own infrared missiles as well. Although it shouldn't be getting that close to the 2A4s. It's probably because the building was in the way, actually. So there we go, suppose given now, yeah, close out to these buildings, they can actually... buildings can actually block even air-launched missiles, but still... the hell is... what is some ATGMs coming in from there? Might be mistaken. Okay, so there we go. Callers unfortunately using up both of their fancy missiles, 2A4s. I don't think they really paid for themselves too much. Except I suppose they did pay for themselves in terms of scouting out the thingamajiggy, the command vehicle. And funnily enough, I did actually have a recon infantry elements right here. I probably could have put them a little bit further towards the edge of the forest, but yeah, you'd think they should be able to spot the bloody Nighthawk and whatever other aircraft a little bit easier, but yeah, what can you do? Raven coming in, fortunately not getting too close to the book, or did he actually take it out? I don't see it anywhere. Don't think I saw any missiles launched from the Raven though, so, don't know. Oh, that is... wow, it's actually getting shot by AAA and infrared stuff. Not bad indeed. So we just continue flying around, he sure will, and there we go, eventually gets taken out, so you shouldn't have let the seed hover around that long, say the least. Speaking of which, what do we have? Ah, okay, just a couple of Hueys, maybe watching, waiting for any sorts of attacks, fancy attacks coming in, not really too sure, and Hatchfund also coming in with his recon helicopter. Doesn't want it to be that close to the light rifle. No, yep, gets taken out just like that. But as you can see, we are beating the crap out of our opponents. So pretty good job by myself and Hatchfunder. As you can see, I seem to be the one saving up all the points there, while Hatchfunder is of course spending all the points. Which really, I mean, that's a bit of a dilemma that you face with the economy mode, you know, whether to spend your points or to save them up. So really, I'm just doing one, Hatchfunder's doing the other, and as you can see, he's doing alright actually, holding on to Delta, Golf and all that. I mean, I've lost Echo, which kind of sucks, what can you do? And yeah, I'm just doing my thing to try to support where necessary, and Hatchfunder, actually, I should have got my Iglas probably out of there and let Hatchfunder occupy that building. Would have been a hell of a lot better than Iglas occupying us, but oh well. In case, yeah, he's 2A4, look at that, just sitting right in the front of these buildings like a boss. And you've got some flamer infantry for some reason camping out in these buildings. What sort of infantry you'd expect? You expect them to put in at least regular infantry or maybe ATGM infantry or something to use the buildings as a strong point, but in the case, yeah, Baba Jeans is going to be coming in with his own command vehicle, which kind of sucks, but What can you do? The front line is shifting in that would be the eastern portion of the map because that's north pointing down. So it is shifting in our favour as well. So just a couple of probing attacks by Hatch Funder there. I was basically paying attention to what was happening around this sector of the map, and speaking of which, my Cooler taking a couple more shots, not really doing too much more damage. Hatch Funder, okay, he did take up residency in that building at the very least, taking out the Leopard 2, and he's also got a couple of Sturms. Take out that Leopard 2 as well. I think I have my own Sturms as well somewhere. There we go, of course. A little bit too far to actually take on the Leopard 2, but there we go, Leopard 2 is just going to be sitting there for Bubba Beans. He really should have retreated it, but yeah, well, there's the break, so. Wish the Cooler came with more 80 gems, but if you have a look at its stats, 8 to 28, so it's basically there to take out high value targets like the 2A4. Bubba Beans surrenders, and yeah, the game is pretty much a foregone conclusion by the time he actually does surrender anyway, so. That's all out riflemen, they're a rather curious unit. I mean, they still cost 15 points. Pretty standard stats all around for the guns and all that by the looks of it. But they get Dragon ATGMs rather than the Laws. So they got much greater range, but they're kind of crappy. I mean, accuracy is alright, AP power is pretty shocking though. I suppose it'd be good. Actually, how many of them do they get? So, times it by 10 actually. It's not too bad per squad actually. So, suppose versus. God, what was I thinking? Those guys there. But anyway, against. Spammy units, I suppose they'd be pretty good actually, otherwise, yeah, well you saw actually they had massive troubles even taking on 255As, which some would actually consider a spammy unit, but in any case, we do have Spetsnazers coming in, funnily enough engaging the things that they're not meant to engage, like enemy AA and all that. They really should be, well, Hatch Funder should be diverting him over here, but Ihawk will survive, so yeah, he should just be diverting his Spetsnaz to his infantry in the buildings. Probably should be trying to occupy the buildings himself actually. Although, oh god damn it, Freedom Fire take him out. Although the thing is they can stun themselves their own flamethrowers if they get too close, so maybe not. Yeah, well, can you do a bit of artillery also coming in. Do a bit of damage there, and whose artillery is that actually? Let's just have a look. Got no freaking idea. Oh no, the Danas, okay, they're pretty nice artillery pieces, you can see. Nice accuracy and everything. Victimundo. But yeah, we're beating the crap out of opponents today, as you can see. We do have NATO slowly catching up after that guy's surrender, which is kind of funny. But yeah, we're still way ahead. NATO's going to have to do pull off a hell of a maneuver basically to get anything happening. Motoscos is engaging a couple of things here and there, probably won't make too much of a difference. And what do we have? Oh, another Nighthawk. Oh my god, those fucking Nighthawks. And I still got barely any freaking AA. So yep, that one's going to get taken out. This one's panicked. Not killed off I suppose, but yeah, these bastards are not too cheap. 262 M1s. Got nice little 80 gems on them, and yeah, of course my AC-27 is just hovering around, not really doing anything much. Oh well. What can you do? Well, I should have gone and bought some fancy AA, and yeah, I did actually have a recon there, funnily enough, but yeah, I should have gone with some more AA, and there we go, that recon getting taken anyway. Storm coming in though, funnily enough, if he actually kept on going, he might have been able to take out the enemy command vehicle there, but yep, fortunately not. Hawks are just going to keep going after the helicopters and all that. At the very least, these guys are nicely clumped up actually, so... Oh my, artillery doing a hell of a job actually there. So good job using that Dana there. So taking out the AA and yeah, starting the crap out of the Abrams, wearing the other. Too shabby indeed. I probably could have rediverted my Sturm there. Actually we needed some sort of recon there now that I think of it. But oh well. Thankfully Hatch Funder coming in with his own recon there, and the hell? Oh, okay, my T62 M1s. In my opinion, the best variant of the T62 coming in. The 80 gems. I only get 4 of them, which kind of sucks, but oh well, it does allow them nice little first strike guarantee there, and well, actually our opponents, yeah, well, single opponent now actually was catching up quite a bit, but the thing is we're still incredibly far ahead. Storm doing the damage, and these T62 M1s, they got a decent cannon and everything as well, so there you go. Freedom fighters, well, as you can see, they basically can operate with impunity just about, although wait. Both Eagler missiles are going to miss. Oh, this is just really dandy. There we go, finally put my Concorders in here instead of the AA guys who are just sitting around in the bushes, and my SU-27S, I think they've just been hovering around there for some time actually. I don't know what exactly his Humvees are thinking doing that. There we go, get Walter Strelskis out just to finish them off. Probably wasn't too necessary, and of course they all got freaking panicked due to all the explosions happening near them, but oh well. So yeah, this command vehicle kind of exposed though, to say the least. Oh, and that's right, that's why I brought over the Walter Strelskis actually, so they could sweep through the forests and you know, try to take out whatever's there. And yeah, thankfully in the latest patch of the game, oh there we go, in the latest patch of the game, infantry, they no longer get a damage penalty, as in they don't get additional damage inflicted on them when they're actually hiding out in forests, which in my opinion they shouldn't have actually got that penalty to begin with. It just doesn't make any sense really. I mean sure, you can, explosions, you know, have trees splintering and all that, but the thing is you've also got other trees between you and those trees that would normally absorb those splinters, so I suppose the net effects maybe might be 0, I don't know. It's been pretty fiercely debated on the forums in either case. So there you go, a major victory for us, and we'll just have a look at the ending points there. So command points for Hatch Thunder is way higher, and interesting, I thought I was the one who was saving up more points. Huh. Well, whatever. Oh, but that's the command points that you actually got from having a command vehicles there, no problem. So yeah, Hatch Thunder getting 1080 kills and 827 losses, not too shabby. And as for me, yeah, doing alright as well, 19 net 10 kills. Okay, I'll just say 1910 kills and 1192 losses. So 800 more kills and losses, not too shabby. Not getting as many command points, but dealing quite a bit of damage actually. And to be honest, I didn't think I was actually doing that great when I was actually playing. It felt like as if they were catching us with our pants down, especially that bloody that attack that happened on that spawn point there. That was if they actually used decent infantry, that would have been a hell of a lot more of a pain in the ass to dislodge. But there you go. So yeah, it's a nice little map, Highway to Oslo. We actually did play previously, or did attempt to play on a, it was called Bergstrom or Berg map, something like that. But opponents, one of them quit in the first few seconds, and the second one quits a bit later on. So yeah, screw it. Played on Highway to Oslo instead. So there you go, until next time, this has been Dame Davidovich signing off.